Hey, all right. Look at this fancy setup, boys. Let's see if this works. I'm trying to improve the live streaming experience. So I've got a few things. Let me know if everybody can hear me. And let me know you guys can see me, hear me, all that good stuff. I think we should be okay.
Let me see. Look at this. We getting fancy, boys. We getting fancy. Oh, let me know if you guys can hear me. Oh, hold on.
There you go. Now you can hear me.
Hey, it's open there.
Yeah, there might be some echo for sure. I'm in a hardwood floors room with hard walls, so lots of reverb, crazy echoes, very echo, better now, echo. Let's see. If anything, I can switch the audio. Turn up the gain. Is it echoey or is it just low volume? Let's see. Try one adjustment and then try something different. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay or if it's a lot of echo. Everybody says echo. Yeah. I don't know if I have that fancy settings. Let's see. Let me see. How do I switch it? Everybody's saying echo. Let me change this one. Here, I can ditch this. Hold on a second. Let's see. Oh, we get fancy. Hold on a second. Bounce. Audio monitoring. Sync volume. Let's see. Still echo. No, I haven't fixed it. It's gonna just be the room. Glow stick. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Let me see. Let me know if it's still echoing or if you guys are being girls. Active services. Okay. If anything, I'm just gonna switch back to regular mic in a second. We'll mess with this later. Picture's good. Just the audio. I don't know if there's a way for me to easily background audio. Well, let me just switch the audio for a second and see. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. Source. Okay. Let's see. Can you guys hear me? Jeez. Properties. Okay, there. Let's do that. Everybody's complaining. Let me know if you guys can hear me better. This is just the audio from the computer. Let me go back to the screen. Okay, can you guys hear me decent? Everybody complaining about audio now? Are we okay? Can we move forward? Can we move forward? Alright. Well, let's see what happens. Try to get fancy and then that happens. Hopefully the picture's decent though. I got a different camera setup instead of just the standard camera. We'll try to get some more. You see all those other YouTubers, they got like crazy lights and stuff. I'll try to get a better theme going. Alright, so first things first, I didn't upload a video today because YouTube was down yesterday and I barely managed to get that video up for you guys yesterday. So, and plus it's like, I still haven't, it's just been such a sporadic last 2 weeks between the hurricane, me just trying to take a little bit of downtime after the event, just tidy up a bunch of small little loose ends and stuff, and then, you know, pretty much I just want to take a little bit of time just to myself, not like completely away from YouTube, but I just wanted to go out, take the boat out. I was still going to film that regardless, which I did, you know, take the jet ski out, take the boat out, kind of just have a little bit of fun, and then get back to the grind. But then that kind of got derailed with the hurricane. Then my buddy Brandon, which I haven't even edited the footage, I had to rebuild his rear end on his Toyota Corolla. I haven't even edited that. I will be editing that for you guys and showing you guys that. It was kind of a fun process, trying to figure out how to do that. That was the first. I've watched people rebuild rear ends in front of me, but I've never actually done it myself. So I did that. I documented the process. We actually improved upon it quite a bit. So I have that footage coming for you guys as well. And pretty much, and then not only that, my dad's coming in town. I think he just got down here today. He's down in Miami, and he's going to come up to see me this week too. So I end up spending probably 2-3 days with him this week. So, but with that all said, what I am going to do, you guys are interested more in the car and truck content. I am gearing up to be able to take the Ram, the Hellcat swap Ram, to the track in this fall. So I'm just trying to get a bunch of loose ends done. Drive shafts that we got, built drive shaft, a 5-inch aluminum one. It's showed up the wrong flange. They're trying to get me to just put the correct flange on it, but I'm a little bit hesitant to do that because it was balanced with the other flange. So if I just unbolt or bolt something on it, I do potentially run the risk of it vibrating. So I don't know if I just want to do that or if I want to set it all the way back and then wait for it again. But with going to the track, I gotta put that drive shaft in there. We gotta dial in the tune a little bit more. My buddy Chris, I'm picking up a set of like a drag pack for the truck from him, so I'll have that probably this week. I think my dad's gonna pick it up on the way up from Miami. So I'll have a bunch of stuff coming here. That way, once the weather kind of cools off here, we can hit the tracks and stuff like that. Start having some fun. So that's kind of the direction I want to shift the content to as well. Is getting some racing in and stuff. So we're gonna be taking the Hell Ram to the track and seeing what she can do. And not only that, but we do still have to build the exhaust system for the Hell Ram too. So we'll probably take it the way it is, play with it that way, and then I'll build the custom exhaust for it. Put the long tubes on there, all that good stuff, and then we'll continue to dial it in, turn on the boost, and just send it. So a lot of fun stuff on the way. I'm pretty excited to do that. Kind of slip that one. Let's see. Oh, I didn't do that. I don't even know how Matt, I think, first did that. He put a green thing around his says member for 10 months. Hell yeah, thanks brother. I don't know how he put his text in green, but somehow he did. Let's see, some of you guys. Red light district, you guys like that? Only boosts. There we go, we got only boost channel here. See what some of you guys are saying. Hard to understand you. Voice vibration. I don't even know if that's a word. I know what you're saying though. Your Hell Ram is legit. SST. Right on some racetrack drag. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as the room here, you guys, you'll have to bear with me here. I'm gonna probably have to put a carpet and stuff in here because it's hardwood floors, drywall walls, so it's not a full live streaming setup. I tried to improve the live streaming a little bit. Obviously, we got a better camera now. I tried using this mic, but everyone was complaining that it was echoing too much. So I did have an official mic here, but I guess just with the hardwood floors and everything, it's echoing too much. So we'll get that dialed in. Don't worry. I figured it would work because I've recorded videos with it. It didn't seem too crazy, but I guess with live streaming, it's doing something. Baltimore guy, thank you for the $10 donation. Let's see, bought an 05 Ram 1500 Thunder Road 1. Oh, Thunder Road, one owner for $4K. Minor, bed rest, what would you do? Depends what your goals are. I would start with that for sure. I think if you're trying to, I don't know, if you comment below and I'll continue to answer your question, but I want to get a bit more feedback from you first before I answer the question. Are you trying to go fast? Are you trying to have a daily? Are you trying to make a race truck? What are you trying to do with the truck? And I'll be able to better answer your question. So like, if you're just trying to go fast, let me know and I can answer accordingly. So let me know what your goals are for the truck, and then I'll let you know. Let's see some of these other questions. You guys are rolling in pretty good. I don't even know what Justin's question is. Stress. If I should save and build this or a rat? Oh, Ram Express. An RT? Is that what you're asking? I don't know. It's a weird question there. Baltimore guy, get back to me with a follow-up so I can answer your question. Let me know what your intended purpose is or what your goals are with the truck. John says, well, my 01 Dakota quad cab is in the shop for transmission rebuild. Trying to line the whole truck on blue metallic. Nice. Been a long process, putting in new fenders and bumpers. Yeah, I bet. Best Viper bang for buck is Gen 3. Yeah, it's a little, I don't know, it depends. Depends what bang for your buck means these days. The Gen 2s and Gen 5 are going to the moon as far as pricing and stuff. I see a few people asking about the SST. SST project is still going to go down, so it is a go. It's just trying to kind of wrap up a few projects and have a bit of fun before we get into heavy wrenching again. So like I was just mentioning, I want to get the Hellcat Ram prepped for the track so that we can do that, and I want to do some of that before I'm just stuck in the garage wrenching again. So. There's that, and then there's still obviously, if you guys follow everybody keeps asking me when you're gonna fix the Dakota, when you're gonna go to the track again. If you guys follow some of the Ram forums, whether it's high performance Rams or tuned Rams, if you guys are into this kind of stuff and you guys don't already follow those two groups, go check those out. They're both run by my buddies over there, Mike and also Jason. They're both running those Facebook groups. But there's the guys that are constantly posting on breaking transmissions in half like we did with the Hellcat. So it's not just me, it's not just the Dakota, but it's until everybody gets to the bottom of it, I don't want to break another transmission in half. The Ram's a little bit different. The 8-speed, the 8HP70 is a little less likely to do that with. But the other thing too is if I were to break an 8HP70, they're like $1,500 to replace. It's not like, obviously it still sucks and money's money, but it's not like the end of the world compared to if you break a Hellcat transmission, you're talking like $5,000 for a used one, like about $7,000 or so for a new one. Like it's a pricey mistake. So I got lucky on the last one. I think I got the last Hellcat transmission, the used one, for like $3,500, but I don't want to go through that again. Let's see. I would love to. Oh, do you plan on keeping the SST all original restoration or lowering it with some nice wheels? I'm gonna kind of do. So I'm gonna obviously leave the color scheme. It's gonna be white with blue stripes. For whatever reason on those, Dodge actually, the stripes, the blue stripes, they are vinyl. They're not painted. So it'll make the process a little bit easier because I'll just be able to paint the whole truck white and then just add the blue vinyl stripes afterwards. So that part we're gonna do original, restore it that way. Everything else, I'm pretty much gonna build that truck so that I could, you know, make it, if for some reason the value of that thing shoots up, it's so low miles, like 21,000 miles, that if for some reason the values on those trucks go up, I can put it back to original and it would be worth something. But we are going to do some pretty cool stuff with it, and like I said, I'm not going to cut the truck, but we're going to make it like kind of like a, what would be the word? Kind of like a pro mod type thing. So it's going to be like, it's going to have that classic styling. We'll probably put some newer wheels on it, probably like a drag pack or something like that, but then we're going to make it crazy. So it's going to have Gen 3 Hemi engine in it. It's going to have an 8-speed transmission most likely. And we're probably going to be running it with the Holley EFI, so instead of just the old analog gauge cluster, it'll have like the whole LCD touchscreen in there with all of our digital dash and stuff. So I'm probably going to do something like that. It'll be a pretty cool project. But I might do, kind of, like I said, I want to wrap up the projects we have going right now, but what I might end up doing is getting a different motor for the SST. It just depends how this channel goes in the next month or so. I got a line on a 6.4 long block, so I might scoop that up for the SST. It would be, if like I said, if you guys, with your guys' support, if you guys can help me get this channel cranked up a little bit so that I can afford to spend a little bit more money on the SST, what I'm thinking is pick up the 6.4 long block from my buddy, figure out what's going on with the hellcat blower, that one that was making that rattling noise, and then put the hellcat blower on the 6.4 motor with forged pistons, and I think it would be an absolute monster. And we put an 8-speed behind it. So that with the Holley EFI and just send it to the moon. The thing, like, it would be insane, you guys. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, that would be the crazier end of the scale for the SST. On the more basic level would be just throw the 5.7 in it. So that's kind of where we're at with the SST project. Did Baltimore guy ever follow up? I haven't seen him. Baltimore guy, follow up with the question. I want to answer your question since you gave us the $10 donation. But anyways, let's see. If Baltimore guy doesn't give me a bit more info, I'll just answer it. Yeah, so either way, the SST is getting a Gen 3 Hemi. Like I said, it might be 5.7 with 6.4 intake manifold and stuff like that. Or it could be a 6.4 with a hellcat blower on it. So either way, it's going to be a pretty cool project. What I was starting to say though is, if I can get this channel to crank up a little bit more, then the 6.4, I would do the 6.4 with the SST with the hellcat blower. The 5.7 that came out of our blue Ram, I wanted to do a drift build, and what I was thinking is, I haven't seen anybody do it, but I wanted to get a Mustang, probably like 99 to 04, and I wanted to Gen 3 Hemi swap it and turn it into a drift car. I think it would be so much fun. It would be a chassis that if I whack it off a wall, I wouldn't be upset about it, and I can find another one pretty easily once I've already done the fab work to get the Gen 3 Hemi in there and all the systems and stuff. If I have to, if I completely wreck the car, then I can just take everything and put it in another Mustang that I'm finding for $1,000, $1,500. So I think that'd be pretty cool because the drifting scene seems to be getting a lot bigger. So it's kind of my idea is to Gen 3 Hemi swap a Ford Mustang and just kind of shake the internet a little bit, because those cars, the reason why I'm picking that chassis is because those engine bays are so wide, made for those Mustang motors, where it's got like 4 cams on each side. So, and there's a lot of parts for those things available for drifting. So they have angle kits and all that kind of stuff. Matt says do the Mustang with 392 and a turbo. That's funny. Yeah, that would be pretty cool too. Baltimore guy. Okay, here we go. Have a 15 Longhorn, the 05, maybe a quad cab sleeper. Okay, so I'm guessing by that you mean you're trying to go fast. So, thankfully there's been quite a few aftermarket companies that have kind of stepped up for the Gen 3 Hemi platform. So I would say build what you have. I'm assuming it's got a Hemi in it. I don't know if you said that there. No, I don't think you mentioned. I'm assuming it has a 5.7 Hemi in it. But the Gen 3 Hemi platform, there's so much parts available that you could probably do quite a bit with it. So as far as motor goes, like it's kind of depends on your budget really. If you're just trying to do like a budget build, obviously do that motor didn't have MBS in 05, it wasn't until 06 that it started doing MBS. So you don't have to worry about MBS delete, but I would put a cam in it. Probably for starters, and you gotta get the thing breathing better. So cam, intake, probably try to do a different intake manifold. So maybe either like the 6.1 intake manifolds, or I don't know if I've seen anybody bolt up in the newer style, like the 6.4 truck manifold to the older engine. I'm not sure if it's possible, but I would try to, like I said, get it breathing better. So do intake, definitely do exhaust, so get some long tubes on there, and some 3-inch piping. Do all that, get it breathing better, and a tune. That would be a good start. If you're trying to go even crazier than that, it's going to be the same issues with the newer Hemi motors where the pistons are cast. So if you're trying to go boost, you're going to have to throw some drop pistons in it. Or you could probably just, the good old saying, spray and pray. So at least get it breathing as good as you can, and then go from there. 05, the transmissions aren't the worst, but they're not the best. I don't know what the horsepower limit is on those. People don't really build those ones too often, but you probably got to build a transmission for it too, depending on how crazy you're going. But it really depends, what your budget is. I'm guessing you're not trying to make it too fancy if you said you only bought it for $4,000 and minor bed rust. But yeah, just first things first, get it breathing good, and then decide if you want to go boost or nitrous or all that stuff to go fast. Is kind of what I'm thinking. But let me know if you have any questions on that, and I'll keep an eye out for you here in the comments. I like this question. What supercharger kit would you recommend for low boost stock 5.7? As far as the different kits, it depends what your budget is again. I personally, like, for what I did in the past is I try to go with something that you can find used secondhand, because the kits to buy brand new are really pricey in my opinion. So you're talking like, $7,000 plus to get one of those kits new. Whereas I think, and obviously the prices of everything have changed with inflation lately, but I think for my Pro Charger kit with the D1 SC, I want to say I paid $4,500 or something like that. It's so long ago, I vaguely remember, but I definitely didn't pay them $7,000 for it. So when you're asking what's the best kit, I would say the most cost-effective one that you can get secondhand. Of course, make sure that it's not like beat up or abused or going to be an issue, but try to find one that's used secondhand in good shape, and that would be the best opinion for me to give you. There's pros and cons to each one, but I say go that way. Have you thought about a red-eye build? When you say red-eye build, do you mean the car, or do you mean just using the engine in something? Matt says I smoked an Infiniti Q60 on the way to work at my 18. They weren't happy about it, but my damn truck shuts off at 100 miles an hour. Well, you beat them up to 100, I guess. What is the best way to switch manual windows to automatic windows? I got doors from a 04 quad cab, and I was wanting to put inner parts into my 01 quad cab. What is the best way to switch? Well, you don't necessarily have to use the whole door, but you just definitely have to use You're gonna have to use the door panels because the door panels are gonna have the switches on them, and you're also gonna have to put on the window regulators and that kind of stuff. So you don't necessarily have to swap the whole door, but the regulators and then the panels and the wiring harnesses for sure. I don't know on those older trucks as far as what wiring is done, like pre-wired and stuff. But the older stuff is pretty basic. It just needs power. It's not like anything crazy. So as long as you have a decent switch power coming into each door, with the keyed ignition, you have like a decent gauge. Probably like a 12 gauge wire, which should be sufficient. You can pretty much wire it up yourself. Like I said, I don't know what provisioning there is in older trucks, for stuff like that, but it wouldn't be that hard. Because literally it's just a matter of supplying the door with power and then the switch is your up down. So really wouldn't be too hard. Rob says, what's up from Ontario, Canada? What's up, Rob? Chris RB, thank you for the $5 donation. Appreciate it. I don't know what that little emoji is, but thank you. Let me answer your question though. Chris says, what's your thoughts on the 2016 Ram Rebel 4x4? As far as that, I mean, they're a good truck for sure. It depends on what you're trying to. I'm assuming if you're that specific with that model and year that you have one. So what would be your goals for your truck? I'm assuming it's your truck, and then I'll try to answer your question a bit better. Yeah, just let me know, Chris. Not sure what it's on. Yeah, I have no idea. It's almost like one of those those Asian comics, those weird emojis that they have. Just engine. Oh, so Auto Guy DIY says he's talking about the engine, the red eye engine. Yeah, they're definitely still pricey, that's for sure. We'll see. We'll see. What I was thinking, and I was mentioning this to you guys before, is if I want to have some fun with the Hellcat van for sure. But if for some reason the Hellcat van gets sold, what I wanted to do was get a 4x4 single cab again. So get one that has 4-wheel drive, and then I wanted to do complete like Trackhawk or TRX, same thing essentially, as far as the drivetrain. So I wanted to put the Trackhawk or TRX transmission, and along with the transfer case, and then I wanted to put a red eye in front of it. So that's what I was thinking. But yeah, give me a bit more details, Chris, on your vehicle. When you said, what are your thoughts on the 2016 Ram Rebel, and I'll do my best to answer your question. Ken, thank you for the $10 donation. I appreciate it, bud. Let me know if there's anything I can answer for you. That is a crazy emoji that he's got. What is that thing? I don't even know. Oh, it's a dude with his arms crossed with the with the gangster sunglasses. I haven't even seen any of these things, so I'm trying to look at them as I'm making sense and talking to you guys. So let's see. Ben says, happy Thanksgiving, any fellow boosted Canadian. John, thank you. Yeah, I definitely did not eat no Thanksgiving dinner today. John says, I got door panels and regulators and the stuff that came with the doors. The only difference is the end plugs to each harness. Huh. Yeah, that's it is interesting. Might be because it's a year difference. That's what I would think. Ricochet, what's up, John? Boosted Crew, what's up, man? What's up? Doing a live. It's been a while since I did a live. I had a bit of technical difficulties at first, but we're here. Okay. So Chris gave us a bit more information. Let's see what he's saying. So Chris says, not far from stock build. I'll reinforce what I need to, but my budget is not the highest. It's more of a fun little power adder. Not looking for crazy gains, just something different. Okay. So are you looking, Chris, are you looking to go fast with it, or just like an off-road? Are you trying to like make your own version of a TRX? Or talk to me a little bit more. Tell me what you're trying to do. Because I mean, if you're talking like drag strip stuff, which I'm guessing you're not, since it's more of an off-road-ish truck, but Let me know what your intended purposes are. You trying to go racing with this thing? You just trying to have a bit more power to get around town? And then I can try to make some more dialed in suggestions. Ken says that would offer for $10. Well, thanks, brother. I do appreciate it. Ken, let me know if there's anything I can answer for you. That's kind of what I'm doing I'm doing for any of the people that give donations. I'm really dialing in on their specific questions. So anybody that's doing the donations, I'm keeping an eye out for you guys and really spending more time on answering your guys' questions. Let's see. Okay, so off-road overlanding. Alright, so even though similar to the other question that I answered from, where was it? From Baltimore guy. So even though, you know, he was an 04 and you're a 16, it's going to be the same, similar answer. So if you're trying to get a little bit more power without breaking the bank, first thing is you got to get that heavy breathing. So I'm not gonna be the guy to tell you go, you know, delete this, delete that, can this. I'm a little more, I would say, practical in my response. So easiest things to do would be get the thing breathing. Start with some sort of intake on it. Just don't put like a hot air intake on it, but try to get it breathing. So if you still have the stock air box and everything on it, and at the bare minimum, put a drop-in filter in it to try to get a little more air through there. If not, there's a few different offerings as far as intakes and stuff like that. I know a lot of guys like the, I think it's the SMB one. The one that still pulls from the fender. So I know there's a bunch of brands, but any brand of filter that's, or you know, intake that still pulls from the actual fender well, I would say go with one of those. The stock, there's actually a pretty trick Mopar one. With the Rebel, you should have the hood, but you can get a Mopar one that still draws from the fender and then has an additional piece that will actually pull from the sport hood. So that one's a good one. And obviously, get some, if you still have the stock cast manifolds, those are pretty much going to be a problem for you regardless of anybody that's in this chat following this stuff if you have one of those trucks. So try to get some better headers on there. And then third, I would say, is going to be an intake manifold. So there's a lot to be gained with the intake manifold. So you can do all these things, you guys, without even having to touch the cam and all that stuff. So those are all things that you can do. You can always reverse them if you want without really, because I don't know, I see a lot of people on the forums, they'll, you know, be really eager to do cam and lifters and delete the MBS, but you're talking like usually $2,000 to $3,000 in parts. And then you typically have to pay somebody to do it for you, so you're talking, usually most people are charging almost a couple grand in labor, so you're like, usually I've seen most people on a cam swap, they're like 5 to 6 grand deep in something that might give them 100 horse or something, but it seems like a lot of money. There's a lot of small little mods that you can do that are a lot cheaper and in my opinion a little more practical if it's still your daily. CJ, thank you for the $20 donation. Let's see. I see your question come through. Terrible echoes, turn down the speakers. I love how some people think they know what I'm looking at. There's no speakers, so it's not like I can hear you guys. There's no audio coming to me. The only thing is just, like I said, in here, there's I got wood floors and everything, so that's all it is. So at some point I gotta put some sound dampening in here, but I will get to it, I promise. So CJ says, when will you be going over the Hellram build parts list? Building one of my own and gathering parts right now. Yeah, so that's another little project, side project as far as videos that I do to make for you guys. I did promise that. If there's anything specific, CJ, you are a member, I can see, so send me an email if there's any specific parts you're looking for. I'm not sure. There was somebody that was emailing me. I don't know if it was you. And I was trying to kind of give them different part numbers and stuff like that. But Just so you guys know, if you don't already, so like I said, CJ, hit me up, send me an email. It's boostedmotorsports88@gmail.com. I'll put it here in the chat as well. So just send me an email if you have a specific question. Like obviously, CJ, you're just saying that you're building one, so just hit me up, ask me what part you're looking for. Like I said, I did get some people asking me questions. I don't know if that was you, so just hit me up and I'll help you out with whatever part you're looking for. But yeah, if you guys become a member, there is going to be exclusive content on parts lists and breakdown of the Hellram build. So I shared the actual build process with everybody, but then if you want to, like, if you're like CJ and you want to build one yourself, I'm going to make exclusive content for paid members to watch, where they can see exactly what parts I used and what I had to do and alter to get a lot of this stuff to work. So that's another series I'm going to be getting. Once I kind of get all these videos through the pipeline, I still have so much stuff. I still have videos from Mopar that I have to edit and upload. I still have the burnout contest. I still have my buddy Chad's car that's a Hellcat swaps BMW. I still have another crazy build. It was like I think, what was he making? He had it turned down to like 900 wheel horsepower. This crazy single cat ram that was at Mopar. So I still have like at least 3 videos from Mopar that I still have to edit and get out to you guys. So I'm just trying to get caught up with a lot of that stuff. But yeah, hit me up, CJ, and I'll definitely help you out with the parts list. Chris, $5. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, so like I said, Chris, just to recap on that, just get that thing breathing, and that'll be the best way to get a little more power, a little more excitement. If you do want, I do have, I still have a few throttle bodies ready to ship out. So I have them, I think they're actually in the other room, but that would be another mod that you could do if you're interested. So I have throttle bodies ready to ship out if you're interested. That'd be another way to get it breathing, and that makes a big difference, you guys. So as far as like power and also pedal response, everybody that I've sold one to or that's bought one, they've been super happy with it. Let's see. We got a lot of questions from members. Just so you guys know, like, not trying to be too stingy or anything. I don't know what the right word is, but like when you guys see all the members pop up at green, those are the paid members. My eyes directly go towards those. So when there's like rapid fire questions coming through, I usually try to answer the members first, and then if I can, I'll get to the other ones. Obviously, if a super chat comes in and somebody donates money, my eyes, like if I showed you guys, it like pops up the bowl, probably the same thing it does for you guys. So I definitely answer those ones. I answer the members' questions, and then probably the third in line is going to be just regular subscribers. So if you're really eager to get my attention and answer your question, just do one of those options. But if you're lucky, I might get your question. Let's see. Okay, so Chris says 10-4, got your email, no problem. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so Matt actually took pictures of that one. So Matt, I have a full review video that I did of that, and they started gave me the full rundown, a full parts list of that crazy Hemi truck that they had. Join and be seen. It is true. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is what it is, right? So you guys have all those crazy emojis too that usually pop up all over the place. So I'm trying to make it as beneficial as possible to be a member, because at the end of the day, this is how I make a living, you guys, is doing this stuff. And I'm trying to keep all these crazy builds going and try to keep it funded, but we're scraping by, I'll tell you that much. I'm not living it up over here. That's for damn sure right now. Okay, let's see. So I think part of the other thing too is if I get a little excited, I start talking loud. I think the echo gets worse. Let me turn this down a little bit. Let's see. There. Maybe it won't get so crazy if I turn that down slightly. If you guys see, or I guess it's this way, over my shoulder here, this is my snowcross days. So it's a bunch of different pictures. I have a collage of when I used to race professionally. I have a bunch of stuff. You can see my pictures are on the floor. I haven't even had time to like set my place up. It's just been absolutely crazy. But yeah, I'll have to. It doesn't matter what room I pick as far as trying to do this live streaming thing. I'm gonna have to, because every single room has hardwood floors that you can. Oh, this is the right way that you can see on the ground. So when everybody's complaining about the echo, it's just because we have drywall, hardwood floor, and I don't have any sound editing in here. But I guess that's gonna have to be next. I'll order a big space rug on the floor here. We'll get an official podcast going here. Let's see. Do a Dodge Durango RT build. I probably don't have to. I think people have asked me about that one before. I wouldn't do one of those just because it's literally a Dakota with a hatchback. So for me, there's no point doing the exact same build. The only difference is just the trunk, really, like a trunk versus a bed. An SRT4 build would be cool. Building mine is 600 horsepower, fun cars. Yeah, actually, I had an SRT4 with a stage 2 from Mopar. That was a fun little car too. It got really good gas mileage as well. I think it's your audio settings. I don't really have any audio settings though. Let's see. Yeah, there's not really any noise suppression. Let's see. Easy to do. I have no idea if that doesn't work. Let's see. Does that do anything? Turn on some sort of noise suppression. I'm really gonna play with this offline. I'm gonna dial it in. Let me know if that does anything for the audio. Some sort of noise suppression. I apparently turned on. Noise suppression. What else do I have? Noise key. Bunch of weird stuff. CJ said, would be interested in what? Would be interested in what all actually got merged together from the truck harness and all kinds. Yeah, that's going to be try to talk about the offers so it doesn't go so bad for all the crybabies. That one's going to be a little. I'll go through that on the paid member section. I'll explain. It's easier for me to explain how I did it rather than what to do. And I'm not sure what your skill level is, but that was not for the main part of building that harness. I think that's going to be the biggest challenge for you doing that. You have to be like deep into the wiring schematics of both. And then you have to essentially fuse the two together, but it's not just a matter of using one harness or the other. It's a matter of using both harnesses together because there's a bunch of additional sensors on the hellcat engine. There's also some different locations, and then the pinouts are completely different on both. You would think that the pinouts would be mostly the same on both, but it is like absolutely different. So that's gonna be the biggest thing, and I'll share that information. I'll probably give me like a week or so to kind of get caught up from being away and get caught up on all this other stuff, and then I should be able to start making that series for you guys. When is Jonathan going to a good cameo. So I think John Doug actually gonna come out. He says, I don't know if he's going to, but he said end of this month, early next month. Apparently he's gonna fly out. We'll see. See if he keeps his word. Let's see. How long have we been going for? Let's see. 45 minutes. Alright, drop a question, you guys. If you have a stupid question, drop a super chat. It's the best way to get my attention, and I'll kind of stay on your topic and question more than others. So if you guys make your whole live stream, any person that like asks a question, if I see them ask a question or a follow-up question, I'll usually try to get to them as well. So, Jose said, hey man, I got a 2012 Ram Hemi and my truck get overhead. I don't know if anybody else thought that was funny, but it's funny. When I get to a stop or when it's in park, but when I drive, it gets knocked out. Do you have any idea? It sounds like a cooling fan's not working. But never had a truck get overhead. I don't know if it's a good problem or bad problem. Let's see. Which one I have to use frame. Not much I can do to help you there. Take a photo actually in the chat. Would you guys prefer to see just a 5.7 going SST or a 6.4, gone crazy? Which one would you guys prefer? I kind of feel like some people want to see me do 5.7 content, it's kind of just slow to have 5.7 in their vehicle. So I could potentially put a 5.7 in and maybe put some, or the 5.7, just say it's already had it, and do some drop pistons and boost the crap up out of that and see what happens. That is an option. If you guys prefer to see the 5.7 stuff, or if you prefer to see the 6.4, let me know. There's one go for 6.4. Do the 6.4, but definitely want to see a Viper swap in an SST. Yeah, I've already ruled that out, but you won't see a Viper swap in the SST. It's completely pointless in my opinion because I already have a Viper truck. So we wouldn't do a Viper engine in an SST and build the exact same thing we already have. I want to do something different. It's the same. I guess my internet's terrible here, but what can you do? Matt, $10 donation, get you some chicken nuggets. Heck yeah, thanks brother. I did, let me actually open this for you guys. I did actually design a new design on for our shirts. Let me open this. Teespring. See if I can do this. Let me see if I can extra screen for a second. Set this up for just a second. 1 second. So, along with 5 million other things that I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get some new designs out for shirts and stuff for us, because it's been a while since I've done this, or revisited it. Let's see, what's the things. Let me show you guys what we ended up doing. Score. Man, it is so slow to get to it. I'm trying to show you guys. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. Oh, it's weird. Should be on here. Maybe this happens yet. What is going on here? There is a discount right now for any clothing you guys may or may want to get. It's 10% off right now. Let me see something. How was that? Here. Hold on a second. I want to show you guys this, but I'm going to change something around. URL currency. Alright, maybe I can't show you. That is weird. There should be. It should be on here. I don't know why it's not. Store editor. What the heck is going on? What's going on, guys? Oh, here we go. It shows us on here. What's this? Oh, let's see. Is that what's happening? Oh, that's this video. Okay. Alright, let me show you guys this. Now that we got it, I'm gonna have to reorganize the store. For some reason, I put it all at the very beginning, and I wanted to show you guys it's pretty badass stuff. Let's see. Over here. Bear with me, this is gonna change. Let's see if this works. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Boom. There we go. Look at that. We get fancy, boys. Okay, so I do have, as you can see, some new designs that I've been working on. So this was like the older style design, like this here. Let me get caught up to speed here. So this was like the older style design. You can see the hoodies and stuff. And now I've got these designs coming out. So I don't imagine anybody wants a white shirt or whatnot, but this was the other option as well. So there's some lighter colors here. So if you're not trying to bake in the sun. So we got the Boosted Motorsports, this newer logo. So you guys have probably seen this on I did this newer style logo for the windshield banners and stuff like that. And also they have these stickers here which are pretty badass too. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of new clothing lines. I'm going to try to add at least 1 week, just different stuff. And then I'm going to do a few where it'll be like kind of like this shirt that I'm wearing right here, but whatever it takes one. So I'm going to do Boosted Motorsports here, and then we'll do different cool stuff on the back. So we'll put like the Hell Coda, the Hell brand, and get a bunch of shirts going, different stuff. So this is the newer style logo. So here's like the black versions, and they have like different colors or whatever, right? Oh, where did it go? This thing is all over the place. So there's the black one. I think there should be some other colors. Yeah, there should be other colors. I don't know, it's like that funky, but you guys get the idea. So there's a bunch of cool shirts. I think that was pretty badass actually. Let me know what your guys' feedback is. Whether you like the old logo or the new one. The new one I think is a little more slick. And obviously there is stickers as well. So you can see the hoodies there, black and white. But I'm going to make a bunch of different designs. This is just the start of it. But yeah, there is the sticker as well. So this is saving you a bunch of headaches. So you guys can actually order your own stickers here, and you can get your own custom size. So like, I don't know, I'm going to mess up this outdoor. I don't know what this is. I don't know what outdoor means. Custom size guide. Look at that. There's all sorts of stuff there. But yeah, if you guys look at the top here, you guys can probably see it. I got a bunch of coupon codes for you guys. Use Boosted 15 at checkout for $15 off. Use Boosted 10 for $10 off. There's a bunch of stuff there. I'm not making anything off this clothing, as you guys can see. Like boosted 9, boosted 8. So the reason why it's showing all these here, you guys, is because if you hit $10 or if you try to ask for too much of a discount off, it won't go through. But you see $6, $5, $4, so whatever the difference is, you just sit there and play with it until you can get as much off as possible. So I'm not even making a penny off this. As you can see here, there's all these different discount codes that are going to flash at the top of your screen here. So you guys can literally get this, and I'm not getting a penny off of it if you guys use all the discount codes that I have here. So the boost 15D, $15 off, all that kind of stuff. But I can switch the screen back here. Alright, we're back. That looks really clear here. Dang, guys. So I got the camera set up. It's just the mic set up that we gotta get maybe a little bit shaking. I can't touch over here. A little bit of shakes. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Nate says, what would be easier doing the 6.4 versus the Viper swap? Yeah, the hem swap should be easier. But yeah, I don't want to put a Viper engine in the SST. I know they've done it before, and I think that's why a lot of guys are asking to see it that way. But Gen 3 there's way more parts availability. I think it will be a lot more exciting, at least for me too. And I don't want to just build another truck the same way we already have one's already built. As far as the Viper car, there's a whole series on this channel. One of the first series that I did on this channel as far as building the Viper. So if you guys haven't seen that, it was one of the first making videos. So the videos might not be as polished or refined as the newer videos are, but the content itself is still good. You can see me taking my own stock Viper from what it was when I received it or bought it to where it is now. So there's a whole Viper series if you guys are interested in Viper content. I probably do some recap videos of what we've done to it, but all the videos of doing everything to it are on this channel. Matt said that like the original design too. I think when you have the helpful and color hashtags, maybe do them in a boosted chain black hat. That would be cool too. A lot bigger on the front of the hat. That would be shiz. Hell yeah. What about a black hoodie? That's a dope one. I would definitely buy one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like at some point here. I'm gonna have to start doing the actual merch myself. Right now it's through that third party, which I don't care to take a penny from. I'd rather you guys support the channel and everything. I don't really care if you make anything off it. So I'm not making anything off that stuff. It's literally you guys can see there's every discount code possible at the top where you guys be able to grab a shirt or a hoodie, support your boy over here, and get some merch. So at some point I do want to take the merch, like I said, kind of into my own hands, I guess, and then I'll have more control over it. I can do zip up hoodies, I can do all that different stuff, and I can actually have this stuff. Right now, I don't even touch the product. I design it, I upload it to that site handles the payments, they handle the shipping. I never actually set hands on any of the apparel that you guys order. It just goes from them straight to you, and that's it. So it's easy that way. It's less work for me, but I think their prices are a lot more like as far as what they charge me to build that shirt or to print the shirt. It's a lot more than probably a local place down the street. But for now, it's just easier for me just being a one-man show. Some black beanie hats. Yeah, down here. Got any deck for cars? Yeah, we just showed it actually. If you go to that, actually, let me put the link to this, guys. So this is actually a sticker. So if you follow that link right there, that's actually linked to the sticker for cars and stuff like that. That's like the new logo. Oh, the first car, a Honda Del Sol. It's supposed to be Pontiac Firebird. My sister told me she screamed bloody murder. She wanted the Pontiac Firebird, so I ended up with the Honda Del Sol. But All right, guys. Well, thanks to everybody that contributed for tonight. I have not had dinner yet, so I'm going to go do that. I'll also try to get some sort of rug in here so that I can get rid of the echo in this room and set it up a little better. But at least we're on the right path here. I think the video quality looks a lot better, at least from what I can see. I do need better internet here so I can see it lagging a little bit, but that's out of my control with the highest rated internet for here. This will be getting fiber here, so that'll be good once that gets put through. Hopefully the next few months or so I'll get fiber and I'll be able to stream even higher volume and upload faster and all that good stuff. So thanks again to everybody that donated. Thanks to the members. Thanks for everybody else that joined tonight. And we'll try to make this more of a common thing and do a little bit more often. So thanks guys. Have a good rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you in the next video.